Hello guys, Cyberdragon here. Bringing you guys the last part of What If Deku with the brother of Nidre. Oh shit. Sorry, messing with something, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the series. It took us a long time to make and finish. After rereading it, I guess we could have done some stuff differently, but otherwise, I guess this is the final part. I hope you guys all enjoyed, as I said. The next series you all saw on my community tab, but I will tell you guys this later. So, let's begin with me burping, apparently. Okay, so we start with the LOV and the Metal Liberation Army having a meeting, talking about the plans of attack. So, they already know their full power and potential, but now it's a game of preparations. They don't know what we will attack them or how we're getting them while they aren't expecting us. So this is what we have to do. As Deku says that, he presses a button on 6 as Hawks walks in. As Deku tells his men to scan him. They do, and there's no bugs on him. Mics, anything like that, basically. Good. We don't need to worry about them then. Alright, Hawks, this is the plan. Tell the Hero Committee the attack will be in 10 months. Since they send you for information and getting info on us, we'll feed them false. Right, but I've been thinking, I'm not going to be a part of this attack. Me or Miyako. I'm not asking you to play that way. So play the part, and then that's all you need to do. Then you can walk out. So, alright, sir? Hawks, I thought we talked about that. You don't need to call me sir. Just call me Izuku. Once you give them the information, though, tell them that the heroes are doing after the mission is complete. You can leave around there, take a family on vacation. That's for that time off. And as soon as you do, we will commence our attack. Right. Hawks left and with the information he got. As we cut to the Hero Committee office. I'm back, and I have some news. Good. What is it? I was able to steal these planes of information, and it's like you said. They started to scam me and for bugs just in case. Thought so. That's why you're here now. Yeah. They aren't planning an attack for 10 months. So we have about 10 months to prepare, huh? Yes. Good. As promised, you get your small family time. But you don't get that much. You need to help keep giving us information, you know. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. He walks out afterwards. Hawks leaves while the head lady looks out and plans. As now we cut to UA. Hello, students. Now, I have some troubling news. We have received information that Toro Hagakure was a UA traitor. Everyone in Class 1A was in shock. And when she found she was killed, returned to the by Parasite, and her head was sent to the association office as a message. And now we will have offered more condolences and a meant for 1A spot. I know this is sudden, but there is important things coming up. We must stay strong. So please come in. As two people walks into 1A, those two being Kendo and Tetsu. Since Ida died, they've been looking for a replacement. They couldn't decide, but when Sakakure now that will be all. Okay, that was kind of. Miss jokes aside, and considering everything that has happened, she doesn't know how much more she can take, but is hoping that Shinzo will help end this all because of Parasite. With his help, Parasite most likely won't last long. As everyone in 1A makes Kendo and, well, Tetsu feel welcome, especially Kirishima, who wants to keep everything under control, while Todoroki is thinking more logically, I guess. Banning most all feelings and trying to be the best successor he can now. So that Bakugo was guided by emotions. Many people who he knew was guided by emotions and died. So he basically cut himself off from that, in a sense. But we do a time skip around 1 week, as we have a hero meeting with the association, with the current number 1, Endeavor. So, we have 10 months before the attack. Yes, and as the new number 1, I assure you are up to the task. Yeah, it's plenty of time for us to prepare and ready on a counterattack. Well, they're still preparing. I wonder what they could be planning. That takes them 10 months. Who knows? And who cares? But what's important is that we beat him. I couldn't say it any better myself. The people who is with the meeting is Ryuko, Death Arms, and Night Eye. I think this is an important question, but when the time comes, who will fight Parasite? 2 students of UA, who has been training under All Might and given great power. What are you talking about? She is talking about One for All. As Night Eye walks up to the front of the group, you see All Might's powers can be passed down through generation to generation. As he was about to continue, a sudden shot is heard, and bullets go flying through the window. Night Eye gets shot through the shoulder as he falls down. Everyone gets down to the ground. As they all do, they hear the building rumbling as Muscular and Deku jumps through the window. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The paranormal army has arrived a bit early before schedule. So the Hero Committee leader fires at Deku, and so does Endeavor, while Death Arms tries to fight Muscular. Keyword try. But Deku uses the body of Night Eye he picked up to have some cover. Now, is that any way to greet anyone? So, you're not very welcoming, as Deku's through Night Eye's body, and then sends out Black Whip, grabbing Endeavor and slowly draining him. I was expecting you not to believe the whole 10 months thing, but you did, and that made everything so much easier. Hawks. After this, me and him will have a long talk. Please, I doubt you will live long enough. As he sends more black whip at the head committee. Before it reaches her, Ryuko tackled him out the window in her dragon form. So, whereas becoming chaos outside. People running through the streets, Gigantomachia attacking as well, and twice clones all over. Ugh, shit, that hurt. I need to ask you a question. Why defend that woman? Why continue to when the fighting's going around? As he gestures to all the buildings around him, people using their quirks to fight heroes on the street and buildings on fire. Because defending others is what a hero does. So, heroes protect the real villains. You know something, Ryuko? All of this could have been avoided. That woman orchestrated everything from when I first got my quirk. The heroes needed a villain, and Zolfo one isn't here. So, when it just come out, the hero committee made a villain, made him go through the quirk therapy and all that villainous shit. My slip up with that woman planned it, Ryuko. It all didn't have to go the plan, though, because I killed the symbol of peace and All for One. You're lying. Please, those words came out of her mouth. You know, she's also tried to kidnap my children. My daughter? For what reason? I don't know, but probably the same reason as Miyuko and Hawks' children. Say I believe you. What then? Simple. I killed a bitch, you live, and I fix this corrupt society. But we both know what would happen if you try to stop me anyways. It all leads to I kill you and think about who will miss you the most. So don't throw your life away to try to stop me. And maybe go help the others. Fine. Only for her, though. As Eureka knew who he was talking about and flies off. Deku grins as he jumps back up into the building, seeing most of the heroes gone and Muscular ripping Death arms off and snapping his neck. Where did they go? Top floor. So, I was too busy having my fun, you know. Good. So, kill anyone else who is trying to get in our way. Deku makes his way to the top as he's killing everyone, and so does Muscular, eventually busting down the door to the head woman's office. End of the line. For now, but there will be others like me. No, not in my world. I have plans that won't be placed for monsters like you. Well, if I'm going down, so are you. As he hears several beeps. He looks around to open one of the cabinets, seeing several tons of TNT. That's C4. Oh, you crazy bitch! As suddenly, the building explodes and collapses down. Deku smashes out of the rubble, missing an arm and a leg, and one of his eyes, and the bones are broken. Fucking bitch! He falls to the ground, pressing on a button to call for backup. Deku sees a dead body in Muscular, and next to him, the head committee leader. Deku hobbles over to her to make sure she's dead, seeing she's still barely alive by a thread. I'll see you in hell. As he grabs her and drains whatever little life she had left, healing him but not any major injuries. As he thinks it's over, a pile of rubble erupts into flames behind him. Out comes Endeavor, injured but alive. So, you're alive, huh? Yeah, no thanks to that crazy bitch. But she's gone and I can run that damn committee and kill you too. As Deku tries to get up to fight but is too injured. Well, I guess this is the end of the line for me. But I have a question before you kill me. What is it? Have you noticed how similar you and Darby are? How fire easily match yours? Are they plenty of fireworks, but normally he can't compare to his, right? If you're implying he's my offspring, you're wrong. I know some of my offspring, and none of them has fire. As he's ready to kill Deku, but was hit with blue fire. I'll leave that to you, Darby. Finally, I can have my rematch. Since Kamito. You! Get out of here or I'll end you too. Nah, I knew you're an asshole, but you will only burn your son alive too? What the hell are you talking about? My name isn't Darby. Or what? So, I'm in a good mood, so I'll spill my little secret. As he has a bottle of water out of his pocket and poured it on his head. It was then seen black dye coming out of his hair and showing his hair to be white. My real name is Toya Todoroki. So nice to see you again, old man. Endeavor's eyes widen. No! That's bullshit! Darby then says stuff about him and Endeavor. His birthday, quirk, 3 siblings, starts to list off more details. Endeavor just looks at him in shock and scare, like he's seen a ghost. And you know something? With Mom being in the mental hospital, it wasn't very difficult getting Ujiko to use some methods to get her quirk. Not like she's gonna need it anyways. So, who's the failure now? As Darby shoots out that massive amount of ice. Endeavor was too stunned to move, but luckily a huge amount of fire hits the oncoming ice. The masterpiece is here. As Todoroki and Kirishima standing side by side. Todoroki with a scowl on his face. Well, if it isn't the masterpiece, or so to say Shoto. Stand down. You're at the losing end of this. Take a look around. Heroes aren't gonna win this. You think I came here alone? So you think we came here alone? As Miria pops out of the ground punching Darby, yelling power. As Darby was sent flying back. Some help would be appreciated, Parasite. Alright, I'll use what I have left. As Deku uses Black Whip to send towards Endeavor's way, while he's still trying to wrap his head around all of this. As he starts to drain him. He regains his eye and arms and legs back, all healed up. Endeavor isn't dead, but he's only a tiny bit of life left in him. Alright, so I'm curious, why are you here? We came here to stop you. For All Might's sakes. Look around, it's over. You can't stop what's happening. We will see. As Todoroki fights Darby, as Mirio and Kirishima fights Deku. as Deku is shooting Black Whip at Mirio. Mirio phases through it, and Kirishima just jumps above it, dodging it. Deku then starts to talk to Mirio. You know, there's only so long until you can dodge. Tell me, would Nejire want you to die from nothing? Mirio gets mad and sends a punch at Deku, making him fly. Deku crashes into the rubble. Did I struck a chord? Tell me, do you love her? The real question is, do you? You loved her like that? Some brother you are. Of course I love her, but what I'm doing is what's necessary to fix this world. At what cost, man? As Kirishima throws a Detroit smash at Deku. Deku, surprising them both, grabs Kirishima's fist and starts to drain the one for all out of him. As Mirio phases through the ground and rushes at him, punching him full force, but it's shocked when Deku releases Kirishima to grab onto him. He glows slightly and slams Mirio down onto the ground, draining a bit of Mirio's energy. But Mirio phases through and gets into the ground. He will only feed me power whenever he hit, as Deku stomps on the ground, making an earthquake of it. Mirio keeps trying, but to fight, so does Kirishima. But Kirishima also knows that with every punch, he feels one fall draining out of him. So he does the one thing he knows he has to. A United States of Smash! As both of them collide. Each other with a spiral wave of energy hits them both, sending Mirio a bit of ways himself. As the dust settles, so Kirishima was seen to have fallen to the ground, still alive, but Deku has drained every last bit of one fall out of him. Now for you. As Deku walks towards Mirio and but Mirio is trying to go for a punch, as Deku does too. A wave of energy hits in the ground in between them. It was when they look up, they see Nejire. Nejire? Stop it! I don't want to see any of you kill each other. I'm not going to kill him. I'm just... As Deku grabs Mirio and starts draining him a bit. Izuku! Deku finishes as he drops Mirio on the ground, coughing. He's alive. Barely. But now, Suzumi won't even have to get anyone else's life energy. I'm sorry it came to this, but my daughter takes more priority over this all. No, you still have to get Todoroki. So, as Mirio faints, as Nejire flies down. So, Izuku? What? I know what you went through, but I don't want her to go through the same thing. So, do it. And then this all can finally be over, right? You can come back to us. Deku doesn't say a thing and just walks off over to Todoroki while he's fighting with Dabi. Deku sneaks up behind him and grabs him behind his head, draining him of every last bit of one for all. Todoroki falls down unconscious. As Dabi talks. Finally, I can stop holding back. Do what you wish with both of them. I have a few more things I need to do to finalize our victory. No! No more killing! Deku stops. I'm not gonna kill them. But I'm leaving Dabi to do whatever he needs to. His family matter too. So, as Deku walks off, Nejire looks back at him, seeing that Dabi isn't going after Todoroki, but instead going after Endeavor, which he burned him alive. They both walked off after that. A while later, UA was surrounded by a crowd of villains, with Shiggy leading the attack with her upgraded decay. It wasn't only a matter of time until it was all over. UA had surrendered, and so had everyone else. Only a few people escaped attack, being Miss Joke and Shinzo, the main group. But majority of 1A stayed behind to fight. But seeing they outnumbered, they surrendered without one. They weren't killed, however, but so now the world would be theirs. As we cut to the main office of the Prime Minister of Japan, as Deku breaks down the door, with his army nearby too. Hello, Prime Minister. What are you doing here? I thought the Hero Committee was... The Hero Committee are dead. All of them. The heroes are all surrendered, and along with the police and military. And our army is destroying the city after city. I can call them off, but you need to do something. I want Japan. Now. Fine. It's yours. Good. Come along with me. As he drags him out of the room to show an area where there's broadcasting live all over to Japan. So, this is a live broadcast. And this is the Prime Minister of Japan. He has some news. As Deku puts him in the front. People of Japan. I have news that the leadership and power of Japan's government now in shambles will now be going to pet side or Izuku Hado. Now he will be a new leader. As Deku takes the seat, there will be new rules. I have new laws and regulations. Will be effective immediately. And other than that, you will all be put into effort by the end of the year. But the first one is all civilians will now be able to freely use their quirks as long as they use in violence of the law, such as robbery and murder. Second, the government's program will be created to service those with quirks that need or over urges to consume what they need. Those who sign up for this program will get monthly shipments of what said item. And third, and finally, heroes' license and programs will be looked at not just by their quirks, but personality and mental state. if there is this professional help needed to others are welcome. But if you're not there and to only be a celebrity and get money, then you will be rejected and have your license revoked if you are currently doing such acts. That will be all. This is the message from your leader, Izuku Hado. The video broadcast ended. As all of Japan is now getting used to their new lives, so Deku had finally done it. He is now ruling Japan. As now, the only last thing is to give Deku his daughter's one for all energy to her. As he walks up, he does so. When all the energy of One for All he collected over that time was transferred to Izumi, he coughed up some blood, but Izumi looked like a healthy, normal baby. A long time skip had now been initiated, and this time Japan had improved the cities and towns when they rebuilt. And the new government program helped a lot of people and able to fit into society. Stain, Toga, and Spinner has become head of the new hero committee. And it has been keeping a close eye on heroes for Deku. But none of the shady business. As Mustard eventually came out and joined UA, making Kendo's and his relationship open. Now everyone knows that he and her was dating. And joined the same class as Kendo eventually. Kurogiri became a bodyguard for and servant to the children that Shigaraki and Deku had. And Gentle Criminal, Labrava, and some others had also became heroes that who wanted to. Such as Mr. Compress as well. Along with Dabi, who became part of Deku's security. Rappa and the Yakuza found their own ways, but still kept in touch with Deku. Nagant stayed close and helped reform the committee as well, but once that was done, she enjoyed spending time with Hawks and his family. Toga, after a while, did surprisingly live quite a normal life. Now the world was fair and easy to live, and she didn't need to do anything special to get blood. Twice as well when on top of many different things. Help protect others and help others as well. He has a jack of all trades in a sense. As for others, Wolfram has become the ruler of the underworld in a sense, giving all the help he can by giving any information about what's going on in the underworld, along with some of the other LOVs who wish to stay in the underworld for the time being. As Gridestro is also relishing in the new life that he had made. And still helping Deku as seated, as being one of the part of the government itself now. And Inko has finally got to see Deku after so long and her grandchildren and daughter-in-law for the first time. As for Deku and Shiggy, they got married after a few years. Several heroes didn't accept Deku as the new leader, just as Miss Joke and Shinzo, and including Bakugo, who, throughout it all, managed to get some semblance of his quirk to work again, but having to adjust to new prosthetics. So, and as for now, the other heroes who still remain, such as Midnight and President Mike, who took the permanent, who saw Azawa's grave every now and again, left flowers there. But still wished that he was there with them to enjoy the new life the Parasite made. End of the series.